Welcome to the Commanding Life podcast. I am Rachel, and as always, I feel honored and blessed that you are here with me for this episode. Thank you so much for joining us. We created this podcast to share weekly reminders, inspirational messages, and affirmations to help you create more of the life you desire. We believe that when you align with who you truly are, you flow to what you want most. This week, I want to share one of our daily reminders for life that I read when I was journaling in the Commanding Life Journal. And if you're not following us on social media, we share daily reminders for life on all social media platforms. You could just look for at Commanding Life. But today, I was reading the 2024 journal, and this is one of the 2024 daily inspirational books we publish to help you align to the best within you. And yes, I do use the books I publish every single day, and it's sometimes what I need to keep going. But today, when I woke up, I was not particularly mentally strong or spiritually strong or confident or emotionally strong. And I needed something. I needed a word to get me focused, help me to find some clarity about what I want and how I want to feel, and just some overall guidance or hope or inspiration. And again, that's one of the reasons why we created the books that we publish. But today's message happened to touch me at my core. And here's what the message was. Life always tries to give you what you need to thrive permanently, not just what you think you want to survive temporarily. When a door closes, be grateful because that was not your way. Obstacles don't mean you were denied. They are signals to seek more opportunities. Don't focus on the closed door so much that you miss the opening to more. What is yours can never be denied. Your way is ready and waiting for you to enter. Embrace where you are. It is where you are supposed to be. Like I said, that was what I needed to hear this morning to just give me a little light of hope, a little bit of encouragement to keep going. And they touched me on a deep level. And sometimes we all need a reminder to chill out and trust, a reminder to surrender. Surrender to many people can be such a daunting word, but surrender to many of us feels like giving up on our dreams or giving up control on taking action to change our situation. Surrender means for a lot of us, we don't want to feel helpless in our lives, but surrender doesn't mean we still don't have desires. Surrender doesn't mean I don't have needs that require immediate attention. Surrender doesn't mean I don't have to take action or inspired action. Surrender doesn't mean, for sure it doesn't mean I am defeated. Surrender doesn't mean that I'm still not scared. I'm sometimes fearful of what comes next. We all are. But like you, I have dreams, hopes, and desires as well. I want to wake up every morning, be my best self because I want to keep helping others. I want to be the healthiest I can be. I want thriving emotional relationships and connections. I want to feel like I'm constantly evolving and growing in all areas of my life. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. I want to feel confident in who I am and where I am. I want to feel abundant and prosperous. I want to feel happy. consistently. I know it doesn't mean that I'm happy all the time. I want to consistently feel happy. And I know a lot of you out there can relate to that. But when I think of the word surrender, surrender to me means that I have no desire to control how things will unfold. And when I say sometimes surrender, just remember, it's just surrendering the need to control how things will unfold. Surrender to me means that I trust that everything I want is always on its way to me and that everything will be okay and everything is okay. And when I spell the word always, I separate it in two words, ALLWAYS, always, two words. And I look at always because everything is always working out for me. I look at it as it's working out in all forms, all routes, all paths, all the ways that it can work out for me. So that's why I surrender. I don't have to control how it will unfold or work out for me at times. And this message today is I just want to encourage you guys to be open on how what you want comes. And that's what that message, that inspirational message I read this morning reminded me of. Surrender the control of the how. It is not our job. That's God's job. That's the universe's job. That's infinite intelligence's job to work out things in our favor. And I just want to say sometimes the message also reminded me that every day I just have to get up and try to be the very best version of myself. And it's okay if that version cries, but I always have to remember I get to create what I want. I can cry, but you are also a powerful creator of more. It is okay if that version that got up this morning fails at something today. Just keep the faith that everything will be okay. It's not always a perfect day. It's not always a winning day. Sometimes it's a learning day. Sometimes it's a rest day. Sometimes whatever day it is, all you have to do is try. Try your best that day. You don't have to be perfect every day. You don't have to be strong every day. You just have to find the best version of yourself that day, for this day, for the next day. And for a lot of us, we gotta do a lot of releasing. Sometimes it's a releasing day. Sometimes it's a day where you have to release the past, release the struggle, release the worry. Just do your best to feel your best in the now. And sometimes the best might just be, I'll get better. I'm not feeling my best, but I trust I'll get better. I just have to trust that it all gets better. It all goes up from here. It all goes forward from here. Remember, I always say, it doesn't matter what direction you're going in, what speed you're going in, just always keep moving forward. And sometimes moving forward means that you're just not sad, but you're okay. It doesn't mean you got to make a leap from sadness to joy. Just do your best to feel the best. And sometimes that simply means, let me see where I could find some inkling, listen to music, read a book, call a friend. Just try your best to feel your best that day. You have to trust it will all get better. Trust you will thrive. Trust you will. And the interesting thing about life, you will fall again. You will stumble again, but trust you will. Always. Remember how I say that word, always. You will always keep getting up. Eventually, you will stop crawling. You'll start walking, and eventually you will start running. And one day, maybe you will even fly high. Just give what you can every single day. And it's okay. Because you know what? 1% is okay. 1% of you is okay. You know, if your phone has 1%, you can literally make a very quick call with that 1%. And sometimes that call, asking for help, opening yourself up to receive more, that one call is all you need. And remember, rest is okay as well. You know, sometimes I reflect and I say, you know, I didn't go through what I've been through or learn what I've learned to just fail right now. You know what I mean? Or give up on the dreams, on the desires, on what I want. But before I go, again, I want to remind you, it's okay. Whatever day you're having, it's okay. I just want to give you something. My absolutely brilliant 19-year-old daughter, she once told me something that changed the way how I look at where I am in life. My 19-year-old amazing baby, she's one of the greatest loves of my life. By the way, I'm so proud of her. She just recently published her first fictional memoir entitled Minded Mental Oasis. It is also available in the Commanding Life store. I would greatly appreciate if you guys grab a copy. But again, I digress. This message is about helping you guys, just sharing with you guys how to refocus and regain confidence. But we were having my daughter and I were having a conversation one day, and we were talking about when I was going through the divorce. Because with my children, I like to share with them that life doesn't always go according to plan. Life does not always go how you want it to go, but it's how you respond. You know what I mean? And what you're in control of. But one day she said to me, we're having a conversation. We're talking about that period of time that was surrounding the divorce. And I was telling her, I felt like I was drowning in deep, dark waters and I was lost and I didn't know where I was going. And she said to me, Mommy, remember, it is always your water. And that took me aback because as I envisioned the moment, and if you guys have ever been in a dark space in your life, that's what it feels like you're drowning and you're fighting against this vast ocean of dark water. At least that's what it felt like to me. And when she said, remember, it is always your water. And she said, you're the one that creates the vision of the water in your head. And I remember thinking, wow, I had to take a step back. And from that day forward, I changed how I envision where I am in life. Even though I may not be having the best day, I always think about where I am. I always think of myself now, not in a big ocean floating in dark waters where I feel like I'm drowning and I'm struggling to survive. I always think of myself in the most absolutely beautiful, clear, crystal clear waters with white sand, clear blue skies. I could see the shore with the white sandy beaches. And that's how, in the most beautiful place I could think of in the world. And I could look down in the water and I could see my feet and I'm always grounded, you know? And I listen. I could hear the calm ocean waters. I could smell how refreshing. I could hear how the water sounds calming, how it feels amazing. And my feet feel supported. And sometimes it's our water. Sometimes we have to decide that we can change where we are. So even though it may not be for all of us, maybe a mentally or emotionally or spiritually strong day, all we have to do is to change our perspective of our water. All we have to do is trust. All we sometimes can do is wait in faith that things will get better. I have the power to create where I see in my head where I am. And I choose to see myself in the absolutely most beautiful place, waiting in faith, not drowning in fear. I want to encourage you to trust that the universe always has your back. And if you know how to float, sometimes you just gotta release your feet off of the ground and lay and float and trust you will end up where you want to go, because life is always working out for you. Everything will be okay. Things will be okay. Everything you desire is always on its way to you. I encourage you to bask in your version of your water. Make sure it's the most beautiful place you can imagine. Because just like the sun, despite occasional cloudiness, thunderstorms, the universe is always positively focused on you. There is always sun above those clouds. Just trust, stay focused, and keep doing the best you can. We hope this message was what you needed to hear to have an amazingly blessed and creative week. Here's this week's affirmation. It's just one sentence. Today, I am trusting that everything is always working out for me. I'll repeat that. Today, I am trusting that everything is always working out for me. Before we go, we want to encourage you to think about how you want your water, your room, your garden, any area that makes you feel good in your head, any place you want to go in your head that makes you feel like you are in control, like you are in a great place. Give some thought on how you want that room to look like. That's it for this week's message. We want to encourage you, check out our books, check out our online store, shopcommandinglife.com, or books or journals are available on Amazon worldwide as well for all our international followers. And we just are so grateful for you to keep checking out our podcast. Don't forget, if you like what you've heard here today, leave a review or a comment, share it with a friend, and subscribe or follow. We appreciate your support. Remember, when you align with who you truly are, you flow to what you desire most. As always, many, many blessings to you.